Well, we are back in the kitchen and the possibilities feel endless this week with our 500 Rand grocery budget challenge. And we are here to show you yet another delicious and hearty dish that is guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser. Now, this next recipe, it's going to hero the chicken and the sweet potatoes that we bought from the veg combo deal. We're going to be making a classic chicken stew served with roasted sweet potatoes. And before we get into this recipe, I just wanted to show you the budget-friendly meal we made earlier. Was our gem squash with that tomatoey chicken, in fact the soup stew, a veggie pack that we got.
Beautiful.
And that is what it looks like, and I mean that's going to be filling.
Oh, it is so nutritious as well, the textural elements, but the amazing amount of flavors that you were able to combine in such a simple dish and find that nutrient balance. Absolutely beautiful. And I love the fact that we had to lean on our kind of the options that were available to us in the moment. And you might think that it's a sales algorithm, but it's not. It's there to help you build this balance of flavor and nutrition.
Definitely.
That's the whole point.
Definitely. So now we're moving on to our next dish. So
Okay.
we will use our chicken, season it with a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, a little bit of oil, and just brown it in your pan.
Okay, to caramelize. Cool.
To caramelize. Once it's brown, you take it out, and we've got our ready-made chicken over here. And we're going to use the same pan. I've just added some, there's no need for extra oil because we've still got some oil left over from the chicken.
The fats of the chicken, cool.
Yes, so we're adding our onions, and we're going to go around with our spices. We've got some cumin, coriander, some curry spice, as well as a little bit of chili. And that's really going to build the flavor profile that we want and love from a delicious chicken stew.
I love that. I think the notion of transferring the flavors into the oil that become the common thread throughout the dish is something I've learned from cooking curries from the base up. But if you're wanting to overload the flavor component in a vegetable curry or something like this to take it to a high level, the flavors that explode within the curry mix within a good garam masala, you can elevate anything, just even a butternut, into a spectacular main. This is such a clever flavor profile to follow when making a lot out of a little. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant way to approach it.
There we go. I'm going to add our tin tomato. We're going to add that in, as well as a little bit of flour just to thicken up our base.
Cool.
I'm going to give that a good stir. And then now, obviously, our base is relatively on the thicker side. We want it to be a little bit more stewy and saucy.
Like a sauce,
So we're going to add a little bit of water to this before we replace our chicken and just allow that to cook through.
Oh, and all those flavors, the longer they cook, the better they will combine or infuse.
Oh,
beautiful. I mean, the smells coming off there are insane.
Yes. So, Graham, in front of you have got our sweet potatoes.
Beautiful.
And we're going to line them on our baking sheet, drizzle them with some olive oil. You can season them with some salt and pepper, and that's going to go straight into the oven.
Okay.
Those are our ready-made ones.
These are our ready-made ones. So I'm just going to snip the top off here. And sweet potatoes, nutritionally, obviously amazing, great energy. And a flavor profile that just develops. And I think roasting them is definitely the way to go. You get that nuttiness, the sweetness gets kind of activated, and it becomes a lovely base. When you've got the strong flavors like a stew or a curry like this, it becomes a beautiful foil for that. So that can be popped into our oven. I'm going to just add a bit more seasoning along the way. And you really want that to develop that nutty flavor. It's all about the roasting process and what that does to developing the flavor profile. So we've got our ready-made, beautiful sweet potatoes here. What's the next step?
So here you can actually, if you want to put it back in that bowl, we're going to serve it in there. You can cut it open and then maybe just flatten it with a fork, and our sweet potato will become the base.
I love that.
So if you want to go rice-free with your stew, you make use of sweet potato.
And we did. I'm just going to, there we go.
There we go.
Look at that. Oh, and that beautiful color as well. Stunning. And this, I like the rustic nature. There we go.
That comes with it. Now here we have got our, obviously our chicken is fully cooked through, but you will obviously at home allow this to cook through fully. You don't want to serve raw chicken.
100%.
And your sauce will thicken up, but you will serve this on top. So if you want to bring your plate closer.
And that's where I think our foodie team, Nicole, was so clever in the proteins that she got. She got a great deal on the sirloins, which we'll be making steak sandwiches tomorrow to round off on the Friday. But we got a big load of the flavorful chicken. The chicken chicken pieces that carry more fat, the brown meat, much better for this kind of cooking. They retain a lot of their moisture as well, so they stay succulent. Anything cooking around the bone with this kind of fat says to me flavor, flavor, flavor.
Flavor,
Completely.
flavor, flavor. And you also obviously would dish up with a spoon, get that sauciness in
Oh,
there.
my word. Just pour it down into the...
You can grab a spoon there for me. I think that would make it so much easier.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
You can try with either.
I'll just soften this up.
Oh, that smells amazing. I'm thinking you almost want to double the sauce load so you can just literally have like a bowl of that sauce just dripping and flowing around the sweet potato, but that is going to be beautiful.
And perfect for winter, a warm, hearty meal.
Comfort food.
Proper comfort food.
That looks spectacular, Zoe.
And this is another meal that we made within our 500 Rand budget. That shop we did at the start of the month, well, at the start of the week. And you have some great options to play around with.
Absolutely hearty, healthy, something that the whole family will love. And obviously, if you want to build on this, use what you've got in your pantry. If you've got some beautiful garam masala, beautiful kind of herb range, whatever you want to do, you know your flavor palette, go for it.
Well, if you want to get your hands on these incredible recipes, the one we showed you earlier, as well as this one, it is on our website, expressoshow.com. And you also stand a chance of winning. Now, you can win one of 5 Woolworths vouchers valued at 500 Rand. Simply head on over to our Expresso competition post that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and answer the following question. If you only had 500 Rand to make 5 meals for a family of 4, what would you make? Include that hashtag 500 Rand challenge in your answer. The competition closes on the 19th of May, so get those entries in. There are some T's and C's that do apply.